Hello there, it's Adam here, Prockstem as you know me online, and today we're going to talk about popular how to get rich books. I read most of the popular how to get rich books, and we're going to talk about if they're worth the hype, because some of them are pretty worthless, some of them are pure gold. Even if you're not a millionaire, I'm not a millionaire yet, but they're definitely shaping your mind in the right direction, and how to get there is easier when you know what you're doing, like actually doing, and not just reading. So basically, those books are like a theory to your practice. So if you have theory and practice in everything, books are theory and action is practice. So make sure you know what you're doing. But wait a second, there's an ad. I sponsor my own videos, and if you want me to continue making those videos, please download the free book in the link below, or buy a course on how to beat stage fright. This course teaches you academically and practically how to breathe correctly in order to control your adrenaline rush. And there's an entire study on that, and I went through all the academical documents and built this course just for you. It explains you A to Z how to beat stage fright, and this is it. If you want it, download it down below. Thank you for watching. Let's continue with the video. Okay, here I am, Adam Prockstem Smith on Goodreads. It's where all my Kindle books registered, and some other books too. But I did not read only books on Kindle. I read out some other books as well, like physical books and digital books off Kindle. And well, we're gonna cover some of the books that I read through Kindle, because most of my books come through Kindle, Amazon. One of the books I really want to recommend is called Anything You Want by Derek Sivers. Best known for creating CD Baby, the most popular music site for independent artists, founder Derek Sivers chronicles his accidental success and failures in the concise and inspiring book on how to create multi-million-dollar company by following your passion. And this book is definitely worth the hype if you're getting into startups and business in general. It shows you how mentality shapes your company, and how other people can influence your company and how you can influence them, and also how just being in the right time, in the right space, in the right mind can make you millions, basically. This is book number one, so it's definitely worth the hype. Let's see some other books that I read on business. Search books, business. The Power of Habit, Purple Cow. Now this book by Seth Godin, one of the best marketers of 21st century. Purple Cow is definitely worth the hype. Good book. Shows you how standing out can be dangerous but also profitable. If you know how to stand out safely, just do that and stand out from the crowd in order to build your purple cash cow and make a lot of cash. Obviously, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's pretty obvious, but like, you know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki is a $1 billion in debt, like as according to 2025. And he thinks it's a good idea to be in that debt because he buys real estate from that money that he takes in from the bank loans, and he buys real estate, and the real estate appreciates and he pays off his debt. But $1 billion is a lot of money to be owing to the bank, so it's either he's super mad or he's super genius. One out of it two, maybe both. The Google Story, Inside the Houses Business, Media and Technology Success of Our Time by David A. Weiss. I haven't read this, but it looks interesting, and I believe it's a good book. It was published in 2005, pretty old. Google changed since then. It's more of a historical document than a practical book anymore. And the Diary of a CEO. Let's go to my books again, the books I read. Let's see, The Pursuit of Happiness, The Histories, The Count of Monte Cristo. I read a lot of spiritual books. Einstein, His Life and Universe, Nothing. Winning is a great book. Definitely a great book, even though it's a 3.86 rating out of 5. It is a great book because a champion manager of people, Jack Welch, shares the hard-earned wisdom of storied career in what will become ultimate business Bible with winning. Jack Welch delivers a wide-ranging, in-depth and holds-bared management guide about the tough strategic, organizational, and personal challenges that face people at every stage of their careers. Basically, winning is a story on how to be an exceptional manager at your field. And if you're doing this right, you're doing this right according to these instructions, or you're doing it intuitively right, and you're succeeding. But like, it's not a must read like this one, Anything You Want, Derek Sivers, but it is definitely worth it if you want to be a manager. Think and Grow Rich is the classics of the genre, Napoleon Hill. Well, the book teaches you how to visualize, how to direct your energy, and how to build something out of nothing, like most of self-started millionaires and entrepreneurs do. And it is a classic. You can borrow it in the library, definitely. Every library has it. And you can even find to download it for free online, and you can read it. It was given 4.17 score out of 5 on Goodreads, which is a good sign. And this book is definitely a must-read, Think and Grow Rich, because it teaches you how to direct your way of thinking into a business endeavor. Let's see what else we have here. The Secret is a good book if you want to learn how to visualize. And if you like Dan Pena, one of the biggest mentors in the field, says like affirmations is the key to your success. So basically, if you create affirmations that you repeat daily on the same basis, you're guaranteed to succeed at something that you're targeting to succeed. Like if you daily say, I am the gold medalist in archery, or I'm the best swimmer in the world, or I am a billionaire by factory creating billionaire, or something like that. If you repeat that to yourself every day, even though it's a lie, you just imagine your future, how you should be, and then you morph into that future just by directing your energy and mind into that field. And the book The Secret is basically teaches you how to do that on a next level. Let's see what else we got here. Tribes. Yes. Let's see. Other books. What's Your Dreams is a horrible book. I didn't like it. It's written by Simon Squibb. He is dyslexic and he wrote a book, and it's very ABC book. If you're just like 16 years old, it's gonna blow you away. But if you're 20 something and it's not the first book you're reading on business, it's not gonna be that influential for you. What else? What other books? So Good They Can't Ignore You. Call Newport. Great book. I recommend it to everyone. It basically teaches you how to be a deliberate practitioner in your field and become a master of an actual skill, and how to market it to others while doing so. Great book. Basically, you become so good they can't ignore you. Great book. And what else? Angel Investor. This book is like for billionaires only. I'm not a billionaire, but it was fun to read because I was like trying to get into the head of those billionaires and like understand how do they think, how they should operate their money. Basically, if you're looking for seed money for your idea, this is a book to read to understand how angel investors operate and how they invest money in those new startups that appear in the field. This book was written by Jason Calacanis. He's a Greek-American entrepreneur, multi-billionaire, and I tried to reach out to him. He never answered my emails, and this is all I can say about this book. It's not a must read, but it's good if you read it. And yeah. Yeah, basically, those are the books that I read about business, and they're some of the most influential books in the world, in the library of Amazon, like endless library of books of Amazon. But remember the simple statistics that only 10% of the books ever written are ever getting read. And like if somebody reads those books and applies what is written inside them, he's already a step ahead, because you can be reading for the entire eternity of your life, because there are so many books in the world. But only 1% of those books become a bestseller. And bestsellers, they're the books that actually attracted attention and minds of so many people and made them feel grateful for reading those books. There is a book, it's a Russian version of it. It's Your First 100 Million by Dan Pena. You can download it on torrent or on his website. There is also, if you go to Google, I'll show you just quickly, just a second. I'll show you just quickly. If you go to Google and you type Penaisms in Google, the first website is danpenas.co.uk website that shows you Penaisms. If you don't even read his book and just go to listen to those Penaisms, those are basically the truths of business and life that will shape your mind if you allow them in the right way to become a wealthy person. And those Penaisms, there are basically 24 or 25 of them. Let's see, 24 of them. If you learn them by heart, they'll shape your life in an entirely different manner than most of your friends would. Like, you hang out with your friends and you say the same things like your friends, you interact with the world like your friends, and then Pina says, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And like great substitute for successful friends, because successful friends want successful friends. If you're not successful and you want to become successful and in the future have successful friends, one of the ways to do that is to have successful mentors like Dan Pena. And if you learn his Penaisms and apply them in daily life, you will improve your life tremendously. It will become wealthier and more effective. And basically this book, Your First 100 Million, you can find it, it's not a bestseller, it's not in print, it's not in stores, it's not anywhere, but on Dan Pena's website and some torrents that you can download it. But basically this book teaches you to see the world as Dan sees it. Like, seize the moment and take action, be opportunistic, don't be afraid of failure, go forward, step on the skulls of your enemies and crush them, and stuff like that. But basically more in a literate version. And like he teaches you how to talk to the banks, he teaches you how to talk to the lawyers, he teaches you how to talk to businessmen. And basically this book is a must read. Your First 100 Million, if you want to become something. That doesn't intentionally mean you want to become a millionaire, but if you do want to become a millionaire, this is a must read, and definitely a worthwhile book. Basically, one more book I want to share that I read is called Truck Full of Money. Truck Full of Money, just let me find it in the Goodreads. Full of money. Truck full of money. I'll show you in a minute, just a second. I want to find a truck full of money, Tracy Kidder. Okay, let's switch to the screen. Okay, here it is, a truck full of money. Basically, it tells a story about how a genius built kayak.com, the founder of kayak.com. Yeah, kayak.com is a company that compares prices in real time of flights and hotels and stuff like that around the world. It was one of the first companies that did it in their field. And like, it took a tremendous effort figuring out real-time information and managing it on servers and writing the right code for it. It tells the story of the genius behind it, Paul English, guy named Paul English. And it's not a must-read, but it is a good book. It's like 3.51 on the Goodreads. I'm not sure if it's a bestseller, but it doesn't matter, because it kind of teaches you that imperfect people still can create close to perfect products. And this is wonderful, because those people who are on meds or slacking or have mental disabilities, and they do things that shake the world tremendously and change the world for better. This is just amazing, because this guy Paul English has some mental disability, and he built this kayak.com, and it's amazing. It's a company that's worth billions of dollars, and this just shows you that anyone can do it as long as they do it. Well, for a conclusion, I want to say, if you don't want to read all of those books but want to take the minimum effort in order to get where you want to get, you should read two books. One of the books called Secret, we covered it here, and the other book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Here it is. It is a bestseller, sold over 15 million copies in the world, and has over 1 million ratings. Great book. It teaches you how to build good habits and break bad ones. If you read The Secret, let's go to The Secret. The Secret, this book by Rhonda Byrne, and you read Atomic Habits, you're basically halfway there. Because if you read those two books and apply what's written in them, you're halfway there. You're wherever you want to be. If you want to fly to a different country or live in a different country, or if you want to become a millionaire or a billionaire and being the boss in your own business, or if you want to be an exceptional individual and do amazing stuff, those are the two books to read, and they are definitely worth the hype. Okay, they are definitely worth the hype. If you want to check out my books, I'm an author as well, and maybe I'm not the best known author in the world, but I read a lot of books and wrote some of my own. Mostly I specialize in poetry and some controversial stuff like this one, Demonic Exploiter of the Dark Side. It's just was written for fun, nothing satanic, just pure fun, and however dark you can get with your poetry. It was an experiment with that. Vandalism with Cheese is like satirical poetry. Hacker's Diary Duty Free is a storybook, is my first thriller that I wrote. I was inspired by John Grisham, and I wrote Hacker's Diary Duty Free. Buddha mean a cup of tea, finding your true Zen is like basics of Zen Buddhism. Really good one. And this is it, folks. This is it. And as long as you watch my videos and download the free book below on poetry, it will teach you how to write poetry from scratch and be notable in your field. Doesn't matter what niche you pick, sonnets, limericks, haikus, freestyle. It teaches you the basics that you need to cover in order to express yourself linguistically and in a manner that will please the crowds. Like, if you know how to please the crowds linguistically, or by the speech, or by the matter of selling them ideas and metaphors and rhymes, then you're gonna be a successful person. It's one of the other ways to become a successful person. That's why I'm recommending to read Secret, Your Atomic Habits, or Your First 100 Million by Dan Pena. Because if you know how to sell, basically you're set. You're set for life. If you know how to sell, and you can sell anyone, anything, you're set for life. And well, if you want to understand what my course is about, the one I mentioned in the sponsorship ad, my course is about how to fight fright, stage fright. Like right now we're on stage on some sorts, basically a video stage that I present myself to you and speak briefly about books and ideas. And if you have that stage fright or lack the confidence, my course is for you. If you want to be a more confident individual and control your adrenaline rush while you're facing crowds, this course is for you. And if you want to just feel more comfortable when you talk to people, around people, this course is again for you. And you can find a video here that describes Kill Fear in You. It describes all the details about the course and where you can download it and buy it and enjoy it, learn it, study it, and manifest it basically. This is it. Thank you for watching. Watch the video, enjoy the course, and learn to be stronger, better version of yourself. Because that's why we are here in this world, to become better, stronger versions of ourselves. This is number one reason we are born. To evolve. Well, thank you for watching. Cheers.